What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Pocket Change. In this video, I want to show you why I think the whole market is a bit shaky. Crypto, stocks, and everything. Let's jump right into this. So I want to be clear with you. I do think all the markets are shaky right now. Every single one of them are all based off of the Fed and what they do and how they pivot. So I just want to be clear with that. So when I look at BTC we already knew was falling down a long time. And we see, in my opinion, I already believe that BTC is going to come down, pop around the 9,575 at the low. This is at the low. Come back up, bounce back down again before shooting back up in May of 2024, which is the halving. After the halving, BTC usually goes up in around 150 days, 140 days, give or take, right? So when I look at the when I look at the SPY, S&P 500, what I'm seeing is the S&P 500 is really shaky right now, right? So it's really shaky here. If we go back down to 2009, it's very similar looking. It looks very similar, right? You start seeing a slope and then a slide, right? Let's go to 2000, okay? Very similar. You see this slide, but the thing about 2000, it kept sliding, right? So you see the slide, all right? So I'm not saying that the S&P 500 is going to slide immediately, but what I did notice is, let's just measure some points between these two. Okay, so this is 490 days, right? Over here, about 500 days, right? 500 days. We come up to this area here. I could imagine the whole market falling for the next 5 to 7 to 800 days easily. Think about it. If we go to the BTC chart, right? If we go to the BTC chart, if I could find it, we go to the BTC chart, the next halving of the BTC chart isn't for 707 days, okay? And we already know that the Fed is going to cut the pivot. We already know that. How long do you think it's going to take for that cut to happen, for people to realize they don't have any money? That's when the market falls. So if we jump over here to this chart, this right here is the federal fund effective rate. As you can see, the federal fund effective rate is going up. In 2008, this right here, 2007, coming to 2008, what happened in 2008? It crashed. Everything crashed. But it didn't crash until the Fed pivot. People realize they forgot they were broke. They have no money. Then it crashes, okay? Same thing in 2000. We were high. It comes down. They pivot because that's the fall. Boom. That's when the crash happens. Okay, so many times you see the crash happening. You see the crash happening after they pivot. Same thing here. I have another one. So this is the Fed pivots. These are all the historical Fed pivots. It shows you that after the pivot is when you see the crash. So now that we know that the whole market, if the Fed controls everything. If the Fed says that the market's too high, they're going to find a way to lower it. Everything lowers, including BTC and everything else. And although BTC, they say it's a store of value, you're right. But if people don't want to put money into BTC, then the market will go down, just like in stocks. If people don't want to put money into stocks, the stocks will start falling, right? So if we know that, then we can kind of combat that. Let me go ahead and go to silver. So what I want to do right now is a perfect time to get into silver. Okay, we can get into gold too. You can get into gold, you can get into silver, you can get into any commodities that you want. But right now, your hedge against the market falling would be a commodity, something like silver. Okay, so in the future, we use silver for everything. and we're going to keep using silver. So this is your hedge right here, and this is how I will play this market. Okay, I don't really care if the market falls. I would just scoop up some more of my favorite dividend stocks. I will just scoop up some more BTC once it falls lower. It doesn't matter to me, because the way I invest is I dollar cost average little by little, so little that if it falls, I can double, triple, quadruple the amount of money that I put in. And that's the way that's been profitable for me through the long run. So this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. If you guys want to fight this fall that may happen, start putting a little bit away into silver. You can keep it for long term. Just use the different stocks, silver stocks, and you'll be fine. Just a little tidbit of information. I hope you liked it, and I hope you guys see what I see in the charts. If you don't, put it in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you say. Have a good one.